Hello Year 7, this is Miss Blundell and I'm going to be doing your 3D lesson with you today. The equipment you're going to need is you're going to need your template from the second lesson that we did. If you can't find that, you'll just have to watch that video again and redo it. It doesn't take long. You'll need a pencil, rubber, fine liner, glue stick, cardboard, newspaper, and your cardboard fish from last lesson. First off, with the newspaper, if you don't have any newspaper, you could use something like kitchen roll or tissue paper or any coloured paper that you've got, that's fine. And cardboard, again, something like a cereal box, tissue box, or any cardboard that you can find around the house. Okay, we're going to start off with the fine liner and the fish from last lesson. So we'll just pop these over here. And this is only going to take 5-10 minutes at the start of the lesson. All I want you to do is, last lesson we added water to it, and looking back you might see that there's areas that just need some refinement, okay, where you've lost your detail. All I want you to do is, now it's dry, I want you to go back in and add some of that detail to make it stand out. So once you've done that for me, that's that piece of work complete. Keep that safe for me. I want you to bring it back into school so we can put it into your sketchbooks with the rest of your work. Now, I need you to start with a pencil, fish template, might need your rubber and some cardboard. Okay, I'm going to start off by doing what we did last time, and I want you to draw around your fish template. And then looking at this, you can see this is where we can challenge ourselves. If you're not confident in drawing, you can leave yours without the fins. If you want to add some simple fins, that is fine. And if you want to add more complex fins, you can add something like this bottom one here. I'm going to start off by adding, I'm going to go from this one. And I'm just going to cut that out now. And you should end up with something that looks like this, okay? Now the next bit, we need the newspaper and the glue stick. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, and we're going to collage this whole fish, okay? So collage is where you rip tiny pieces of paper and you glue them repeatedly to create a whole background. Now the piece of paper should be about the size of your thumbnail that you're ripping off. Okay, so start with that and make sure you get glue all over the surface, and then pop that down, make sure it's nice and flat. Next piece, newspaper, and just layer it on top, and we're just going to carry this on for the whole of the cardboard, making sure there's no little pieces of cardboard showing, and we're covering all the surface. Okay, making sure it's all flat down, and you'll repeat this for the whole of the fish until you get something that looks a bit like this. Okay, now as you can see it's not perfect. If I turn this round you can still see some of the newspaper coming off the edges. Now don't worry too much, because what we can do is we can refine this with our scissors. So just go around and cut off any newspaper that you can see that's poking out behind the cardboard as best you possibly can. Okay, and there's just some here. And this just neatens up your work. And doing this can actually improve your grade. If there's bits you can't get to, you can just gently rip them like that. Okay, just a bit here I need to snip away. And there you go. There's your fish. At this point you can look at the surface of your fish, maybe see if there's any bits that are flipping up. So here the paper I haven't glued down properly, so I'm just going to add some there, add some there, and just make sure that whole surface is flat and there's no bits of cardboard. So I can see a bit of cardboard there, so I could just get a little bit of newspaper, tiny piece like that, just glue it over the top. And there you go. I've got a cardboard fish and I've collaged the back of it in newspaper. Now as I say, if you don't have newspaper you could use kitchen roll, tissue paper, coloured paper, normal printing paper. It's completely up to you, but newspaper would be best if you could find it, so have a little look for me. Okay, year 7, so remember to keep this safe, you will be using this next lesson.